Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tanner's Top Reads. We've got 4 books here today, all independents. Again, I'm just trying to get through my backlog pile of stuff I still need to read. Finishing up what is books for April. If you're listening to this today, we still have one more week in April. The 28th is tomorrow. We'll see what books come out then. And then we'll be getting into May stuff. Today we've got Jenny Zero. This is from Dark Horse. We have, that's number 1, by the way. We have Ultra Mega number 2. This is an Image book. Proctor Valley Road number 2 by Boom Studios. And Orphan and the Five Beasts, another Dark Horse book. So today we're going to start with the Jenny Zero. This is our only number 1 on the list today. It was pretty good. I've been reading a lot of kaiju books here lately. So this one was good. It was not the worst. Ultraman, I barely made it through the first issue. It just wasn't doing it for me. It was kind of boring. Ultra Mega number 1 was awesome. And Jenny Zero number 1 was somewhere between the two. So it was good. It wasn't fantastic. Jenny is a ex-agent for this kaiju defense force. She's kind of burnout and she's kind of living kind of a partier kind of life and has abandoned the whole duty thing. But her uncle, who is a general in this kaiju force, shows back up and they really need her. So she reluctantly goes back to it. You see her fight the kaiju and she thinks she wins. Well, she actually just made more of them. Then there's another agent that she's not aware of working for them that once she realizes she didn't kill it, she just made more. This agent shoots her with some sort of, it doesn't really say, but we do know that it turns her into a kaiju also, and that's kind of where it ends off. So, like I said, it was okay. It wasn't bad enough to drop the series, so we'll see where issue 2 goes, and we'll take it from there. So next up, we'll keep it with the kaiju books. Right now was Ultra Mega number 2, and so all these Ultra Megas are oversized issues. They're nice and thick. It was good. Was not as good as the first one, but I think that's because the first one jumps right into the story and it's almost more of like a prequel and everything's real fast paced, lots of fighting and all sorts of stuff. And this second one is where we're really getting into what would be the beginning of a story. So there's a lot of setup, a lot of characters that we're trying to learn and figure out where they fit into this world, and there's less giant monster fighting. In fact, there's no giant monster fighting. It's been a decade or so since the last kaiju appearance that we saw in Ultra Mega number 1, and in the ruin of what was Ultra Mega's downfall is now this like post-apocalypse wasteland city. You basically have the followers of Ultra Mega trying to survive, and then the kaiju cults are popping up and trying to seize power. That's kind of the state of the world. You see hints that there's going to be some sort of resurrection of the Ultra Mega, but nothing, like we still don't know what or how it's going to happen. So it was good. It was, like I said, this book was probably the setup for the story, whereas the number 1 was more of a prequel. So we'll see where it goes next month. So next on our list this week is Proctor Valley Road number 2. If you remember, we went over number 1 back when it came out. And this was a good continuation of the story. Where we left off, so the girls are in a lot of trouble. Did their scare tour with those guys, and they left, and now the police think that these guys that they took out on the scare tour are actually avoiding the draft. This story takes place during Vietnam. So they think these girls helped these guys escape the draft. So one of the girls decides she's going to go out back to Proctor Valley Road and look for them so that she can clear their name. She gets out there and she sees one of them and he's like all on fire and crazy stuff. She finds a mutilated calf and some like hyenas try and attack her. The other girls realize that she went out there without them and they all sneak out to go kind of save her. And when they get there, they finish fighting off these hyena things, and that's when this ghost lady shows up, and that's where it leaves off. It was good. I definitely think this series is going to be worth reading all the way through. We haven't gotten a ton of information in any of these books, not enough to really know what's going on or what exactly is haunting Proctor Valley Road. It seems like there's multiple entities out there. So we'll grab number 3 next month and see if we can get any more info. Lastly, this week, save my favorite for last. Again, this was my favorite last month. Orphan and the Five Beasts. This is number 2. If you are a fan of Kung Fu, you need to be reading this book. Especially, Mortal Kombat just came out. for you movie lovers. If you liked Mortal Kombat, you need to be reading Orphan and the Five Beasts. It's gory. It's like nonstop action. The whole book. It's classic kung fu story. The art's awesome. It's very unique. I like the way the whole story kind of stays in the same color space. It just enhances the style of this artwork. It's awesome, fantastic. If you're not reading this, you need to read this. You go find issue 1, read issue 2, and be on the lookout for issue 3. This is Orphan and the Five Beasts. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time we post a video, and we'll see you next time.